So besides your first regional tour, what other gigs did you do while working in the States?
I did a few of them. Perhaps the most notable one would be I used to work at this park called Cedar Point, and
Cedar Point?
Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio,
Okay.
USA.
How was that? So it was like a theme park?
It's a theme park. Well, not so much a theme park. It was a amusement park. We didn't have themes like Disney has theming with Mickey Mouse and whatnot. It was a theme. It was an amusement park that had lots of rides. They're known for their rides, but they also people like to stay for the shows as well.
Okay.
So I had friends who worked there before, and I was like, one day I'm gonna get there because I was still in the military, and I was like, I had that schedule with school. I was like, at some point there's gonna be a break in here where I can go work at this park. So I eventually auditioned, and they hired me. I worked for 3 years. It was great.
Wow.
Next time, some highs, some lows, but it was a good experience working there.
Why
And,
that park? Why was it that such a big
well, it's been voted best park in the world for like 17 years in a row.
wow.
So that was one, and it was our home park. It was our home park. It was like 2 hours from my house,
Okay.
and everybody has their own home park. Like
Right.
you would be like Allentown, PA, Hershey,
Hershey, PA,
Park,
right, Hershey
or
Park.
like anybody else who live. They have their own park in their own
Fine.
respective. Yep. See, you naming them off the
I
head,
mean,
top of
you're
your
just
head.
thinking about it randomly.
Every place that you go work there, like, oh, this is my home park, I go
Uh-huh.
work here, and it paid well for what it was worth. And I kind of fell in love with that area, like the whole being on the lake and Sandusky, like the whole boating thing, and like just that city itself. That's like my second home. Like, you got Warren, then you got Sandusky. Sandusky right up there, house number two. Like that's where I would like to have grown up if I could grow up anywhere else. Sandusky.
Pretty dope. Maybe I'll check it out one day.
You should check it out.
But I want to know, how did you, after doing so much in the States, how did you wind up overseas? And was El Lab your first international opportunity?
Actually, it was my first international opportunity. It was such a silly thing. I was looking for anybody really, any place to go to, and they had said, "Well, we'll get back to you in February." So I'm like, "Well, whatever with them." So like, I was looking at other places to go. So then I'm sitting on my couch, literally sitting on my couch in my underwear, eating popcorn, watching the Drew Carey show, and I get a call from one of the guys like, "Hey, we need you to fly out in 2 days." I was like, "I can't do that."
2 days.
So it started. My international gig started right there on the couch in my underwear. So I'd like get up, pack all my stuff, get the visa ready, and I'm flying 14 hours to Dubai
To
to start
Dubai.
start a gig. So
Wow.
it having real fast. Like some people like they call, you got 2 weeks, and they can say
Prepare.
goodbye to people and
Quit your job, sell
Exactly.
your car,
I
whatever.
had 2 days. I wasn't even living at home. I was living with a friend in Sandusky.
Oh my
He was letting me stay at his house to be a nomad. I didn't have a job. I didn't have any money. Like, dude, you can stay at my house. Yeah, I'm not ashamed to say it. I have no money, no
Shout
job.
out to your friend for giving
Shout
you that
out to
love.
Jerry Beck. You gotta show him some love, man.
How about the
He's
shout
the-
out to JB?
JB.
Well.
Yeah.
How long was your first gig overseas? How long did that last?
The first initial gig was 6 months.
Okay.
And of course, we took a break for Ramadan.
Okay.
Sent us home for Ramadan, and came home, and it was kind of weird to be home. 'Cause I was only home for a little bit, and I was like, wow, I would experience so much stuff, but I gotta leave again and go back overseas. So now I get another vacation, which starts tomorrow. I'll be
Right.
home for about 4 months. I have time to go see people, plan things. But yeah, international gigs, I haven't had a problem. For the most part, they take care of you pretty well. It's very much I don't want to say cutthroat, but like you gotta know what you're doing. Like you gotta know your
Right.
stuff.
That's right.
And as long as you can take care of yourself and you know your stuff, it's not hard to get an international gig. The hard thing is keeping it, because some people get on it and they don't know how to act and they don't know what they're like, how to keep themselves. Like,
Take care of their business.
you gotta come here knowing what you want. That's another thing. You gotta know what you want to do. Some people are like, I just want to work, and they're like, well, come on, you gotta know what you want out of this before you come over here, like 22 hours away by flight from your house. But for the most part, it's been very rewarding. I've had a good time.
What was your, if you could live anywhere internationally, where would it be?
We talked about this before. I've been a lot of places. There's been a few places on my radar that I wanted to live. Like Prague was one, but as much as I don't like it there, I would totally move to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi. Why Abu Dhabi?
It's just it's nice. It's a nice cityscape. I can gig there. I can live there. Things, paying for things there is not the dollar's not that. It's not that expensive.
You don't find them too restrictive?
Not really, not as much as people think they are. Once you get there, you experience the culture for yourself. Like, oh well, it's not too different from America.
Okay.
Um, People are much more peaceful over there. You're not going to be getting in no fights, random bar fights with people. That's just little things, but still, it's a nice spot. I wouldn't mind living there. I wouldn't say for long term, but I would move there for a few years. Be like, I live there. Time to move somewhere else. Time to pack it up, hit the Odessa trip. But Abu Dhabi's cool.
Well, a lot of artists have issues with, leaving the 9 to 5 at home, leaving behind the apartment and the car and the expenses. They get overseas, they live in a hotel. They have a problem blowing through their savings because you get that paycheck every 2 weeks and it's just like, oh my God, I have all this money. Okay, so honestly, one of my biggest issues was saving money. I came over when I was 23, actually in Singapore, 2008, I think it was. And I mean, it was like a whole nother world.
Yeah.
No expenses to pay, no kids, no job. Like, it was just like straight free and clear cash.
Like, spend all you want.
I spent up so much, and I blew through so much, and I have like very little to show for it today. I know you're 26, right? Did you have any savings plans? And if so, did you accomplish your savings goals?
I had savings plans when I first started this, and that's one of the top goals I had coming into a job like this. Once they pay for everything, you have to save. I told myself, Kelvin, you cannot go over here and blow this, which I did the first 6 months. I would not lie to you, the first 6 months when I was in the UAE, I was blowing that money, just burning a hole in my pocket like I'm a fool.
I know that feeling.
So
it's true. It burns holes in your pocket.
It burns a hole. It will burn you. Anyways, I saved the money. Finally, I started saving money. I have a nice chunk of change to go home with on this vacation that I'm proud of. And when I come back, I'll start a gig and just keep building from there. Hopefully, I don't have as big as a break next time, so I can save more. But that's one thing. If anybody's coming on a gig like this, you have to train yourself to save some money. You have to, because you don't know when they'll call you back and they'll send you home. You can be home for a month. You can be home for 6 months. You gotta have something to sit on. Be like, okay, I don't want to depend on anybody else. I have myself to depend on. And between them calling you or not calling you.
So honestly, how much did you train yourself to live off of every month?
It was two different ones. In the Middle East, I was living off of 200 US every 2 weeks, about 400 US a month. Because the dirham goes so far over there. Like $1 is like 3 dirhams. So
okay.
I wasn't dying.
And they paid for food.
So anything else I wanted, like if I wanted to go buy something else from the store, I could do that, but I can only go buy once. I can't be splurging around, buying everything. And then I come here to Singapore, and I have basically living off 1,000 a month. So put 500 away. Which now I didn't feel bad. I was going to the bars, buying things like, oh, I just blew all that money. Be like, well, I got savings in the bank, so I don't feel that bad. So.
Well, one last question I have before I let you go. What advice do you have for drummers who are looking to do what we do? Like, what would you tell them in order to get a gig like this?
Basically, be open to everything. Play all the music. Play all the different types of music. Every style: country, rock, gospel, hip hop, jazz. Play it all and be good at it all. Be good at it all, not at all. Be good at it. Be good, but be also good at those different styles. Be easy to work with, because a lot of people come into the gig and they don't want to do stuff that they feel like that's below them musically. Just do it. Like, 'cause at the end of the day, there's somebody else who will do it. You're sitting at home wishing they had a gig, and you're over here being a pouty pants because you don't want to play some country
Don't be a
song.
pouty pants.
Don't be a wet sandwich.